Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Spring Porter. In this video, I'm going to be talking about EFT payments and another student's testimony. If you're interested, please stay tuned.
Hi everyone, this is Spring Porter with Spring Solutions LLC. Thank you for coming back to my channel. In this video, as you saw in the title, I'm going to be going over EFT payments that I received, and I'm also going to be showing you one student testimony that they had utilizing the BK hack method. And so if you're interested in hearing about those things, please stay tuned. Please note that I am not an attorney. This information is not indicated as legal advice. I know that I look different. Some of you may notice I'm always changing my hair, but hopefully this is the last time. If you're interested in makeup look that I got on and also what I did to my hair, please go over to 3 Queens Beauty LLC. I did a short video on those topics, so you can go and check that out. Please subscribe, and I would really appreciate you. So this video, again, I'm talking about the Northern District of Illinois, the one that I just spoke about that I had a lot of difficulty in, right? And again, even though I did have that difficulty because of that hearing notice, at least I was able to get an EFT payment, and that's always good when it goes right to your checking account. And from here, I was actually able to give my client their money through Cash App. So some clients that are younger prefer you to send it to them faster, PayPal, Cash Apps. A lot of younger people really don't like to use checks. They just consider it old-fashioned. I have a business checkbook, but I don't have a personal one anymore. I don't use those kinds of checks, but I do have one for my business. I think that's just maybe an age difference. And older people, I tend to notice that they like when you send them an actual check, like with a letter, and it's really official. So you just have to find out from your client what they prefer. But at any rate, a little bit closer to look at the order again. I talked about this in the previous video. But again, here it is on the bottom. It's the last paragraph, 1095.59, made payable to Spring Solutions, right? So it went right to me, and here it is right into my business checking for the same amount. Now you see this code, it's going to say Treasury Miscellaneous Pay. That's how you know that it's for, an unclaimed fund amount. Now I noticed that, and I have to tell you this, what I have blacked out here under this is actually their social security number. I don't know about you, but if you notice when you get a tax refund and it gets deposited into your checking account, it will actually have your social on it. It will have some other numbers in the beginning, and then in that same sequence toward the end, it'll have your social. And the reason why I knew it was the client's social is because the last 4 digits were the same last 4 digits on Pacer. So if you go all the way up to the top on Pacer, under the client's name or close to it, it will have, XXX, and the last 4 will actually be their social security number. So just keep that in mind. If you're screenshotting these and saving this as proof, for your website to get, clients in, just make sure you redact that part out and you black it out because you don't want to get in trouble doing that. And so I just wanted to let you know that. Another district that I wanted to go over is the one that was in the Southern District of Alabama. Remember, this is the district that's extremely slow. This is, I think, the 2nd district in Alabama that I've gotten a deal from, and all of them are slow. The paperwork is super easy, super standard. They're just slow. And they also made a mistake with the entries of the amounts of unclaimed funds for this case because they entered it twice, and it should have been entered just one time. And so what's on here is a lesser amount because they've corrected it in their system. And so even though they take long, at least you know that the Southern District of Alabama also does EFT payments straight to your business checking. So that's always a good thing. And again, same jazz here. That client's social security number is also blacked out. So Alabama, again, takes a long time. Northern District of Alabama, or I'm sorry, the Northern District of Illinois does not actually take that long. But you got to know how to fill in the paperwork. So that's the good thing. I probably would have gotten a check from Illinois a lot faster. But again, I kind of messed up a little bit. Because here you can see September the 28th is when I filed the application in. And then the money came on the 26th of October. So that's really not a bad turnaround time at all. And then the court order was entered on the 18th. So just as a rule of thumb, in case you didn't know, it actually takes 14 days to get money once you've gotten a court order. And that's just kind of like the general rule. So just keep that in mind. These are 2 that actually will give you EFT payments. All right, so let's go over to the next slide. Okay, so on this slide, I am going over one student's testimony that they received utilizing the BK hack method, and this is the districts that require an attorney. Or the client can always do it themselves. So again, this service is you're filling in all the documents for the debtor, they are signing it, and they're sending it to the court. And in exchange for that filled in documentation and also further instructions, you are asking for at least 10% upfront. Now, you can go for more if you can get it. I tend to say $1,500 or less, or maybe around $1,000, because I don't see people paying you $300-400 upfront. They may decide to pay you on the back end as well. And if they pay you on the back end, you better make sure you have at least a contract for services in there, because just in case they don't pay you and it's worth it to you, you may have to put up, and go to court and sue them for breach of the small contract. I almost had to do that in one of my cases, but he ended up paying payment arrangements. So this route, it's a harder course to sell, this BK hack method, but it does work. I've shown you my own testimonials, and here I'm showing you another one as well. So this again comes from the Eastern District of Alabama. My student filled in everything how she was supposed to. Now there was a small hang up. This client, and some of them don't fully understand and they don't read everything you send them. But he forgot one form, and she told him about it because she was doing what she was supposed to do and checking the court docket. And she said, "Oh, something's missing. You need to go back and fill it in." He filled it in. He did it on time, and he was still able to get his money. So 1,072 is all that he was going to get back. And my student got 107. So that's it. It does work if you work it, just similar to the other course. I had someone recently ask me about the BK hack method, and I was like, yeah, you can work it. As long as you're doing and you're saying the right things, you're filling it out, you're doing what this student did and following up on it. That's probably wise to do. You actually can get just the client to follow up on it. But again, they're not really unsure of the whole process. Even though you've emailed them and you've told them, sometimes it doesn't really click because you are becoming the expert in this because you studied it and now you're learning it. That client is not going to know what this form is for. They're not going to know what a certificate of service and all this other stuff. They don't understand. So you're telling them, what they need to do. And here you have it. She actually got this through Cash App. And if you can see on this little entry here, it says for unclaimed funds, guaranteed funds, or refund, right? So the client put that in when he sent it to her. And that's how that went. It's really simple. I think, like I said, this probably process for finding them, emailing them, filling in the documentation will probably take maybe 15 or 20 minutes. It doesn't take super long to fill it in. You just have to, make sure it's all typed up and what to say to the client. And that information is, again, in the BK Hack course, which is $250 if you are interested in that, okay? So this concludes the video. This is basically what I wanted to discuss with you. If you have any other topics, please let me know in the comment section. Please like and share, subscribe to this channel if you have not done so already, and I'd like to hear from you soon. Thanks, bye.